You know, there's something inherently satisfying about seeing someone get hoisted on their own petard. I mean, watching them tirelessly toil to create the instrument of their own destruction. I mean, it's just got that Darwin Award diligence written all over it. So the privileged white woman here is Baha Mustafa. She's been arrested for hate speech under the Malicious Communications Act in the UK. Ironically, this is exactly the sort of act that feminists have been pushing for both at the United Nations and at Google. So, for certain, she was a good diversity officer for Goldsmith University. I mean, sure, she didn't want white men turning up at her event, and she wasn't shy about saying it. And, of course, tweeting, "Kill all white men," was exactly the sort of thing that a diversity officer at a university should be tweeting about. I mean, especially when other universities in England, such as Warwick, have been banning people for disagreeing with Islam.
I know you were championing somebody named Maryam Namazi.
Oh, yeah.
And you and our great friend Salman Rushdie got her reinstated. She was going to speak, and then they get disinvited because she's an ex-Muslim and was just speaking her mind. But apparently that's hate speech in this world.
With campuses all over the Western world, all over America and Britain, are denying people the right to come and speak at campuses. If you can't speak your mind on a university campus, where can you? I mean, that's what universities are about.
I mean, yeah, go free speech in the UK. So apparently, this doesn't mean that she's racist or sexist for just excluding white men. Although in order for that to be true, it does require the rather inventive solution of completely redefining what the words racism and sexism mean.
Furthermore, there have been charges made against me that I am racist and sexist to white men. I want to explain why this is false. I, an ethnic minority woman, cannot be racist or sexist towards white men because racism and sexism describe structures of privilege based on race and gender, and therefore women of colour and minority genders cannot be racist or sexist.
However, England's always been way behind the times when it comes to free speech. I mean, blasphemy laws were on the books till 2008 and then were only replaced by the Racial and Religious Hatred Bill. In this part, religious hatred means hatred against a group of persons defined by reference to religious beliefs or lack of religious beliefs. The cute irony there, of course, being is that both Christianity and Islam, by virtue of their holy books, would be guilty of religious hatred. Anyway, like I was saying, England's always been kind of backwards on this. I mean, even now there is the Audiovisual Media Services Regulations of 2014, which makes things like spanking illegal in UK porn. So tweeting "kill all white men," sure, whatever. It's clear hyperbole. But then again, a lot of the hatred and harassment that Anita gets is also clear hyperbole. I mean, some of it's got a real jerk thing going to it, but whatever. I mean, to be honest, I actually prefer the internet where people honestly express themselves as if they're wearing that mask of anonymity, because diplomatic honesty is just a diluted version of what people really think. And I'm far more interested in what people actually think, and that's the sort of honesty that you get when people have the mask of anonymity. So yeah, Mustafa, it sucks to be you, and I fully disapprove of what's happening to you, especially if it was just for tweeting "kill all men." But part of me revels in the serves you right bitch moment. And if Sarkeesian and the likes are watching this, and there's a damn good chance she is, then this is where you're heading. This is the world you're advocating for. I mean, it's often been said that we live in the world we deserve, and you stalwartly argue for a more restrained and restrictive speech area simply so you can push a dogma. I'm sorry, but history has simply shown that ideas that need censorship to survive generally suck. I mean, really, really suck. And no matter how great you think that ideology is. The open marketplace of ideas, it may not be pretty or subtle. It won't kiss your boo-boo better if someone's feelings get hurt. But it's the best way we've found for filtering out good ideas from bad. And this is why I fight people like you on every level. Because at its harshest and most ugly, the open marketplace of ideas is still vanilla compared to the old school methods of obtaining a consensus.
No one here will do what you ask. It is unthinkable. This is a world of many peoples, many religions, and we simply cannot and will not be converted. Join him or join me.
Believe me, ladies, if you think you're having a hard time competing on the open and level playing field of free speech, then you don't have a snowball's chance in hell versus the more orthodox and traditional historic ways that this has been done. Maybe that's something to think about the next time you start advocating that people's free speech should be curtailed for your feelings.